Hello and welcome to my community on Afrocentric Television Channel 15.8. This is the station that revolves around the Africans in diaspora, of course, in Houston area and by extension the United States. My name is Kola and I'm your host on my community. This show is one that talks about the events, the occurrences, and of course the values that we as Africans bring to the table here in the United States. This week we are going to be highlighting on Entrepreneur Experience 2021 that was put together by Yetunde Usher of the UPPERROOM events. This is one event that was so fascinating. It's a show, or rather an event that brings small business owners together to learn at the feet of one another. It's not one way thing. It's one of where you have questions, you ask questions, and the guests will have questions, and then the panels will be able to answer those questions. And if you're lost somewhere, they can encourage you. And we had a lot of vendors, business owners and small business owners especially. It was filled and very interactive. I love the whole experience. Already I told her I'm looking forward to 2022 already. I was so impressed. Thank you, Yetunde, for putting such an amazing event together. Also on this particular episode, also we'll be talking to a gentleman that has been in the industry, in the media industry for so long, but yet he has been under the radar. But now he's coming up. Is coming back out to showcase the story that he has been able to put together over the last 10 years. He wrote a book called The Wedding Whoops. Wedding Whoops is about 50 mistakes that people make, but that you and I shouldn't make, on our big day. Well, mine is past now near 20 years that I've been married, so I'm glad. I'm still a success, and I'm grateful, and I've been forever grateful that I'm hoping that it will last the test of time and it's going to be eternal. Hey Lara, that's my wife. So these are the things that we're going to be highlighting on today, on today's episode. Please don't touch the dial. It is very engaging, very entertaining, and so we will be right back. Welcome back to my community on Afrocentric Television Channel 15.8. This is your host, Kola Akinmuyiwa. And this is our show, the show that brings about the occurrences, the events, and of course that promotes our traditions and our values in the Houston area, and of course by extension United States. Today we are going to be talking to one of Nigerian's finest, I would say. This is a man that has been in the industry for a while, and he was able to do a compilation of what is unique to every one of us. Something you look forward to on your big day. I'm talking about marriages, weddings, right? So he's none other than Mr. Reward James Akpiri.
Yes, how you doing, sir?
I'm well. Thanks for asking.
Yes.
It's fascinating when I met you and you told me what you do, and immediately I told you this has been in our pipeline for so long. So having someone able to put 10 years of work together to compile it and bring it to for us to enjoy is fascinating.
Thank you.
That's a whole lot of work, a whole lot of time that you put into this. Tell us, how did you get started?
Well, first of all, as a filmmaker, I started my career in Nigeria as a dancer, choreographer. I directed some couple of videos back home. This could put me for trouble. Sonny Neji, Wade MC, Allen Avenue, Michael Creed, Time Na Money, Alex. So I did all that. I know.
So Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a little bit of my background. I started dancing, like I said, with Charles Hobbs. I don't know if you know him, the Afgha's guy. Yeah.
The Afghans,
Yes. Charles Hobbs and we were James back then. We were everywhere. We went to different countries, even challenging Ghana, everywhere, different countries in within the West African coast. But also, I came to America here for a reason. I wanted to go study special effects and animation. I ended up in New York. Instead of going to UCLA, I ended up with going to NYU, and I loved it out there. That's how this whole project started. But I have my own personal story too. How this Wedding Whoops project triggered off. Maybe we'll talk about that later on. Yes, it took me 10 years to compile this wedding stories together. Not until I was recording one wedding one day, the groom got arrested for child support on his wedding day. I found that intriguing.
So you're there doing your videography work.
Correct.
And there's this couple about to get married, or
Yes.
the man and the woman about to get married.
Yes.
And on his big day, her big day, the groom got arrested
For child support.
back
Yes.
child support.
Yes. For about 8 years, back child support, because he told his ex-girlfriend that he was going to get married to her. So that one, I later found out that he was getting married. So she set him up. On the day of his wedding, the cops came. I was busy filming my thing, trying to tell my story, and the cop came out. Who's Mr. John? I'll try to hide the identities of the couple, but that's how I have it in the book. I did. So the cops came, and the whole crowd went crazy. The bride was bucking with all her lashes all over the place. So they took him away, and before he can be released, he has to either pay the money or he sees the judge. So at the end of the day, the congregation, the guests started donating money to go bail him out. It was horrible. And me as a videographer, I'm a storyteller, I started recording. I kept the tape rolling. So it was a very sad day. And but at the end of the day, I'm just going to keep it short because of this interview. At the end of the day, they ended up raising the money, and they bailed him out. Despite that, half of the guests left, but they ended up getting married, and it became a successful night. But I thought there's a lesson to be learned in there. So that's part of how this thing triggered off. I thought it was better than Fat Greek's wedding or this Asian rich kid. Right. And I didn't want it to just be a movie. I wanted it to be in the library so that people can learn from the 50 mistakes of these couples on the wedding day, because wedding day is just the first day of your marital journey. The success of your wedding day sets the pace of how your marital success might be. It depends on what it is.
Yeah, you're right. So you wrote the book.
Correct.
Wedding Whoops. That also is that also the name of one of your companies? Or brand?
No, the name of my company is called Media Definition. Wedding Whoops is...
We'll come back to Media Definition. Oh, we will come back to Media Definition. That's a whole...
yes.
So let's talk about the Wedding Whoops.
Yes, it's one of our projects.
Yeah, one of your projects.
Yes.
And it's one of the subtitles is 50 things
not to do on your wedding day. Yes.
50 things
not to do on your big day.
So it's a compilation of
different stories, 50 different stories that can be 50
stories or
true life stories from our research over the years. With the help of NYU community, I used their database and some of the resources to get some of these stories out. We had a lot of collaboration with other videographers as well. But what we try to do, I tried not to put the clients out, the people out. I try to hide the identities of the clients so that I don't get sued tomorrow. But I thought this is intriguing because, especially in this 21st century, everybody wants to get married, and some people sometimes they don't even know who they're getting married to.
So we all make mistakes,
yes.
Right? We all make mistakes, but there are some mistakes that are inevitable,
Sure.
and there are some that we can definitely avoid.
Correct.
Right. So, which is one of the reasons why I'm believing the birth of Wedding Whoops.
started.
Yes.
So, is there a website for this book?
Yes. Well, you can check us out on www.weddingwhoops.com. We're also on IG, Facebook, Twitter, and also LinkedIn. Just Google it, Wedding Whoops. We have more wedding stories more than anybody in the world right now.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
It's been 10 years of work. Yes.
Put together
This entire stories that can be 50 different movies. So, by the way, we have 50 different episodes. So thank God to COVID. COVID gave birth to wedding books, video book. People don't read anymore. So we try to condense each chapter. Luckily that we have about 50 episodes. So we condense each chapter to 5 minutes. Maybe that hopefully it will touch the life of people or might change some perception.
The likes of Tyler Perry.
I know.
What's her name? Oprah.
Yeah.
And the likes, they would see this and they see the value that you bring into the table.
Yeah.
And then they want to collaborate to bring this to life. Because I think it's such a huge project to embark on. This is a compilation of occurrences of real life stories for over the last 10
years.
And then you're able to bring them together and to teach others that might be going into their future wedding or a journey with a potential partner, which is we always deem it to be a life journey, right?
Sure.
So if it's a life journey, then there are some mistakes we do not want to make, especially when they're avoidable.
But sometimes in the book I wrote that even some mistakes become subject of conversation in a lifetime. It depends on the kind of mistake.
Yeah, but I think some of these things would tune your character, would tune your mind as to how to handle some conversations, right? So and I know you have something coming up for the Wedding Whoops also. It's called You're Under Arrest.
Yes,
right?
yes,
Let's talk about that quickly. It's a project, I'm sure you're going to be seeing it on our screen right now. It's a project that you have the video book premiere and fundraiser for.
Yes.
Right? And it, of course, it has to do with the Wedding Whoops.
True.
Tell us a little bit about it. When is this happening and where and how can one be a part of it? There are tickets for sale. Please just give us an overview.
All right, Houston, we're here. I just newly relocated from New York. You can see when it comes to wedding, I want to share my obsession with the world when it comes to wedding. I think I'm constipated when it comes to wedding subject. But now we've condensed this thing into a video book. It will be accessible to everybody on YouTube. But the launching we're doing here in Houston, we're doing a one-night gala premiere. We want to let the entire world see our vision and also to carry people along on the remaining 49 episodes we need to share with the entire world. Because we believe that it will be the beginning of a change. Right now, I don't even want to talk about divorce because the person you get married to is the intelligence of who you are. And so we're trying as much as possible to put that out there. The divorce rate on earth is 41%. Can you imagine that? In the next 10 years, it's going to be 51%. And COVID was the lowest divorce rate recorded ever since 1970. This whole thing started escalating since 1970. That's why this book comes in place. People should get married to the person they truly love. Especially now, people just want to get married out of pressure, out of fake prophecy, out of family pressure or societal benefits. At the end of the day, it gets crashed. So we advising people that we should come to the event. Come to the event. It's going to be very educational. We have panels who are going to be discussing about the details on how we can go about this subject of getting married to the right person. And even if you make mistake, even if somebody rubs your wedding gown with ketchup, it's okay. The most important thing is you getting married to the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. We have a lot. Yes, because wedding day is one day. The marital journey is for a lifetime. So we really need to know these fundamentals because right now this generation we're doing things opposite, and we just want people to come to the event. There will be a lot of celebrities that will be in attendance. The ticket is cheap. It's $25. The VIP is $75. There will be red carpet. It's going to be a red carpeted event. You get to have opportunity to take pictures with the celebrities. There will be a lot of vendors there. The press will be there. It will be camera, light, action. Houston will bring in New York and LA to your doorstep.
Yes,
So this is just the beginning of the journey. They said it takes a village to train a child. We have this whole thing, and it's going to be a long journey for us. We want the audience to come with us. We have a lot to talk about, because what we're passing to the next generation right now, it's virus. We need to reset, go back. We need to go back to the fundamentals. That's the whole essence of this project.
So where is this going to be?
It's going to be in Houston on the 23rd of November 2021. On the 13th, oh my God, I have so much going on. I'm sorry. I have another project there. On the 13th of November 2021 at our SOIREE Events Lounge. It's a new beautiful space. Oh my God, you guys are gonna love the space. It's a new venue space, wedding space that's just created here in Houston as well. And we just wanted to come. It's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be nice, mature gala night. Come with your best guy. And also, if you've never been married or you've never walked on a red carpet, we have something for you. We will have the opportunity to walk on the red carpet where people will share you up as a beautiful bride. We have a lot. This is going to be a long journey for us. We want you people to come, and it's going to be fun. On the 13th of November, please save that date.
Yes, so it's going to be at the SOIREE Events Design. The address is 18174 Rivers Sage Drive, Houston, Texas. Again,
Yes.
18174 Rivers Sage Drive, Houston, Texas. And the date is November 13th. It's a Saturday. It's going to be from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Be on time, because it's going to be red carpet.
Yes.
Tickets
Please.
are set to be $25. That is not a lot. $25. But if you want to up it to a VIP status, of course, it's going to be $75 per person. And and Mr. Akpiri here is the author of the Wedding Whoops, right? And before we go, I know your company is Media Definition.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Media Definition. Media Definition, I'm sure, is the one company under the umbrella with which you do all your projects. So
Yes.
Tell us what Media Definition is about.
Media Definition is a multimedia company. I started from Nigeria, like I said earlier. Now I'm here in the US. I studied television and film production. So it gave me it expanded my scope about the television scope. So we have about over 8 or 9 projects under our belt, but this is the first project we want to release. We feel this is our touchdown. Hopefully it will be a domino effect onto other projects we'll be doing. But Wedding Whoops is a project we're looking forward to. We manufacture television projects. We develop contents for different organizations, different TV shows. We also have access to some distributors, if possible, and we have so many partners that we've been working with over the years. Media Definition started in 2015. Since then, we've gotten across the spectrum of within the African community here in America as a grassroots multimedia production company, sending message out. And we've also been involved in the Afrobeat culture presentation. Media Definition, we've directed a couple of projects, Nigeria Entertainment Awards here in the US, Nigeria Reunion, all those big African productions here in the US. We've worked with a lot of producers, promoters all across the board, and right now this is our project. We believe this is a rundown for us, and we just want to plead that everybody come together. Let us all come together and see if we can be a blessing to this little child. It's going to be a fundraising event in order for us to shoot the remaining 49 episode. It is going to be a very interesting journey, so I'm really looking forward to everybody's participation.
Fantastic. And Mr. Akpiri's phone number is 929-293-7621. You can reach him at any time. If he does not pick up, I'm sure you can send him a text message to respond to that. Before we go, however, I want to, just shed a little light on, how I met Mr. Akpiri, and also what he was able to do and how excited he is about this project. Because when we met at the Entrepreneur Experience
UPPERROOM,
2021 for an event put together by Yetunde Osho of
UPPERROOM events.
Yeah,
event.
A beautiful event. It's you have something to learn.
Yes.
You have something to think about. You have something to talk about.
Yes.
I'm very, very excited. I was super excited to be a part of it. I met you there. You came across as someone that is passionate about the growth of Africans and of course the media space, and you look forward to, like, you spoke highly of how you want wedding or how you envision weddings to be. And we took the time to talk about how we can work together to make sure that when people go for their wedding or when they in the process of getting married, there are things they need to understand, and there are things steps they need to follow so they don't go astray, so they don't fail in the process, which is one of the reasons why you wrote the book, Wedding Whoops. And of course, Wedding Whoops website is weddingwhoops.com.
Yeah.
Right? It's just that simple.
That's it.
WEDDING Whoops. That is
WHOOPS.com.
It's just that simple.
Yes.
And pick a copy. I mean, get yours. Learn something. Even if you are married, I think it's ideal for you to learn just so in your journey, because this is a lifetime journey, right? It's not a one-off. Get a copy, read. Extend it to your friends. Just use it as a gift to others, to bless others. And that way their journeys in life, in their married life, can be smoother than anyone has anticipated. And again, the fundraising event is coming up. It's going to be on November the 13th, 2021. Yes. It's going to be at the SOIREE event lounge.
Yes.
Right? And the address is 18174 River Sage Drive, Houston, Texas. Starts at 7 p.m.
Sharp.
11 p.m. No African time. And please, you can reach Mr. Akpiri on 929-293-7621. I would look forward to seeing you, because I personally will be there. Let's support one another, and of course, let's come with an open mind to learn. And if there's any feedback, constructive criticism and feedback, please send it to him. He's more than open to listen to. He's on Facebook, he's on Instagram, and of course, we are going to be in this journey together with Afrocentric television.
That's right.
15.8.
That's right. Please stick to Afrocentric. They're doing something great here. The problem with Africans in general, we don't record our stories, so those stories becomes lost editorials. Anytime we're doing something that's going to be impactful to people, please be part of it. And that's what Afrocentric is doing. Please, I implore you to come and be part of this story, this journey. These young men, they have great visions, and I love what they're doing. Please support them. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all.
So guys, you heard it all. Don't touch the dial. This is Kola. We will be right back.
Hello and welcome back to my community on Afrocentric Television Channel 15.8. I hope you enjoyed the first segment of today's edition. On to the next is this event that I was talking about. I just get super excited when I talk about this event, because I saw what it brought to life. I saw people helping people. I saw businesses trying to help others. I met a whole lot of them. I listened to a whole lot of panels speak. I witnessed a whole lot of questions and answers. And of course, there were some giveaways, right? I met the likes of Creed Entertainment Central, the likes of the Houston Young Professionals, the older creatives. I personally will be working with older creatives on some of my projects. These guys are huge, and they're Nigerians. I'm super excited. I'm talking about they are Nigerians. The groom is the husband is a Yoruba man, and the wife is an Igbo woman, and they have this interesting working relationship that I love so much. So that's something that we can actually move into the wedding whoops things too, and not to do, right? And then we have the celebrity chef in the name of Jennifer Sebasi Gary. Of course, Jenny on the go 365. She has this tremendous energy. I mean, you would see it from the highlights yourself. I mean, she's a beautiful Congolese lady, Congolese American. She's awesome and a huge supporter of what we had going on that day. And then we have this gorgeous lady called Miss Banks. Miss Banks of Bank Solutions. She owns the Legal Queen. She's an attorney. Of course, she's willing and able and ready to help you in case you need to trademark one of your inventions, or you are having problem choosing if you're going to be an incorporation or LLC, or you want to be an S Corp or a K1, whatever it is, she can help. So trying to reach out to her. Of course, we have, of course, one of the vendors, Discovered Homes, ANIKE and Ralph Ojo. They were there to represent. They did their thing, of course, as always, supporting other businesses. That's what they do as well. They're a real estate firm, by the way, so check them out. We representing also the Spectrum Source Realty as well. We were able to witness that event. Entrepreneur Experience was none other than, or hosted by none other than Yetunde Osho, a very, very vibrant woman. I don't know how she does it. She put this whole event together. When I tell you that this event was the highlight of the day itself, yes, it was, because it featured a whole lot of people, a whole lot of vendors, a whole lot of business owners, and a whole lot of partners. There was nothing called envy that day. It was, you can see this one trying to support this, trying to buy from this, trying to render a service. Everybody was just working together, and that is the way I believe in our community. That's the way I believe we should work, right? Anyway, I won't go in too deep because there's so much for me to talk about. There were lots of activities that day. There were giveaways, like I said. My wife won something, and it was excellent. You know, there was a lot of giveaway. There were lashes giveaways, and there were fun times. There was a robot show, and of course there were a lot of interviews on the red carpet. People were wearing different stuff. Designers, you know. I just loved the whole ambience. It was lovely. It was awesome. The food was good, and the packet that they give you when you're leaving was filled with yums and goodies. You know, I can speak of that for the whole day. But anyway, don't let me say too much. I will leave you to enjoy some of the snippets from the highlights of that event. Just stay tuned for the highlights.
I will never, ever be afraid to testify that it has been my faith that has built and reset my mindset to help me get to where I am today. First thing is mindset. Many of us were created to navigate the ocean. I need to hear some navigating ocean people in here. And then, if you have a dream, what is it going to cost you to get that dream? I see a bunch of entrepreneurs here who have a dream. And let me tell you something. Investing in that dream isn't always just investing time. How many of y'all thought y'all were going to work 9 to 5 and y'all are entrepreneurs? How many of y'all left a 9 to 5 and you're working 24/7? I brought my husband along in that with me. He came with me in that journey. He's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, sorry, we gotta work 24/7 to make this happen. I didn't sign up for this. What is the price that you're willing to pay to knock that steel barrier down? It's gonna cost you something. It may cost you some tears. It may cost you some people who have negative mindsets in your life. It may cost an investment. It's going to cost you something. But if you have a dream, and you have the right mindset, and you have the right people next to you, and you have the audacity to believe beyond that barrier, then the price of reaching that dream is going to be worth it. Amen? I feel like I'm in church.
Author of her new book, A Damsel's Diary, and the co-author of Spring Forth Devotional. She is the CEO of the nonprofit organization Royal Citizens and a motivational speaker. She is an interdenominational preacher who seeks to help believers develop a personal relationship with God. Wow. She is married and has 4 beautiful children. She is a prophetess, minister, sister, and friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Mercy FAKOYA. Please, a round of applause. Bless to you today for just the opportunity to be here. You're an amazing woman. I see how you're always after other people and growing other people's businesses and growing people themselves. And I just pray that God will continue to just be with you, because I've seen what you've been doing from New York, and it's just blown my mind. And I know that this is not even the clouds, like you just started, and it's only going to get better from here. I'm excited to be here just to speak with everyone. I also took some notes. And you know, first of all, I wanted to ask you a question. There's this tale, this African tale. As you can see, it seems like a lot of us are Jesus people here, so forgive me if I preach a little, but I'm going to try to stay on the topic that we have, which is breaking through barriers. There's an African story where there's this young lady who she's cooking in the kitchen, and she takes a piece of the fish out of the pot every time she cooks. And then they ask her, the daughter asks her, why are you taking out this piece of the fish every time you cook? And she says that, well, it's because my mother did that. So she says, okay, but why did your mother do that? And she said, I don't know, let's go ask her. So then they went over to the mother's house, and then, you know, the daughter asked, Grandma, can you explain to me why you took out this piece of the fish whenever you make soup or whenever you make food? And she said, it's always been that way, that's just how we do it. So then she said, I don't know, how about we ask your great-grandmother? So then they went to the great-grandmother, because obviously now, every time they cook, they're always taking this piece out and they're throwing it away. So then they went to the great-grandmother and they asked the great-grandmother, hey, great-grandmother, why is it that you always take this middle piece or this piece of the fish out of the pot every time you cook? And she was like, oh, because it doesn't fit in the pot. But the truth is that for a long time they thought that it was like an abomination to eat that piece of the fish, right? Because of that mindset. The same mindset that Crystal's talking about. That mindset that limits you to do things and to go outside of the box. You know, for so long, we hit the snooze button when we wake up in the morning, right? Because we're like, I don't want to do it again. I did it for a while when I was working in the hospital. I loved my patients, but I knew that there was more to what I wanted to do. And as a family nurse practitioner, at that time I was a nurse, I would wake up and I would always hit that snooze button. But then the day that I realized my purpose, and the day that I realized where I wanted to be and where I needed to be, I didn't need to hit that snooze button anymore.
Everybody, my name is Mrs. Donna Marshall Payne, and I am the CEO of Doing Far More Abundantly and by Faith. So I already know I'm in the right room. We done prayed about it, we done talked about it. I am about it, okay? So everything that you have said, beautiful, and everything that you have said has resonated so well with me and my spirit. I believe collaboration brings elevation. So if you didn't know, who has a phone in here, by the way? Raise your hand if you have a phone. Who's on social media in here? Please follow Doing Far More.
Here she is, everyone, please. Once again, Miss ANIKE ADE. Just give us a minute of your time.
Hey everybody. Thank you so much for having me here. My name is ANIKE ADE, like she said. We own Discover Homes Investments Inc., my husband and I. Been in the business now for about 20 years. Started out in our living room, then to a 2-room office on Howling Drive, and right now we own a 2-unit condo in the heart of Chicago. We help first-time home buyers, repeat home buyers, and to acquire real estate mortgages also. So if you're here, what is that barrier that's stopping you from getting your own house? Reach out to us. We have a table back there with some of our team members, and we can assist you. We can give you some information to help you to buy your next home. Okay? Thank you.
So there are a few questions, but the first question I want to use to open up today is why entrepreneurship? Why entrepreneurship? Just an icebreaker to kind of get us going. Would you like to start?
Why not?
Why entrepreneurship? I mean, it's obviously the more difficult road. Anyone that's an entrepreneur knows that. Someone else has spoken about how you work 24/7, and if that's not the truth, I don't know what is. Right? But there's a passion, a fire that has to be in you for you to want to take this like tumultuous, difficult, sometimes not rewarding, but sometimes yes, journey, right? So why entrepreneurship? Because the sky is the limit. This is our 10th year in business. I know I speak for us both when I say we had amazing careers. We were in oil and gas. He was a senior director of IT at his firm. I was also in oil and gas. I led those initiatives and implementations enterprise-wide, and it sounds amazing, right? But there's only so much that you can do in business, like when you're working for someone, no matter how, I mean, what is it? You'll be a VP, and then what? You might, some senior level position, right? But when you own your own business, the sky is truly the limit.
By the way, I'm blown away so far by the speakers, so I hope that I can only deliver just a tiny bit of that energy. But I can just tell you my why and why I chose entrepreneurship was because ever since I was a teen, when I was first exposed to Christianity and God, I felt like there was a bigger calling on my life and there was an assignment and I needed to fulfill that, and the only path to get there and to reach more people was to, establish myself as a business or a brand and build that platform. And so I live every day just asking God to lead me to fulfill my purpose, which is to lead more people to Him. And He just put me here. I just show up every single day. But that is the reason why I chose this path, is because I felt that there's a bigger calling, there's an assignment in my life, and I'm just here to, fulfill my personal dream, but also make sure that I live out my purpose, which is leading people.
Everyone, what led me to entrepreneurship, I honestly never wanted to start my own business. In grad school, I thought it was insane for anyone who was like, I'm gonna go out and start my own practice. I'm like, why? But as I continue to work, I just felt a calling to help people more one-on-one, and I couldn't do that in the position that I was in. And I just started to help people, and I realized that a lot of the people who have certain titles that I hold or certain degrees don't look like I do. So to be able to reach other people who look like I do, share the information that if they need to have in their businesses and to implement in their businesses to be successful and to be protected, it was unique. And then on my own, I got to do that in the way that I wanted to. So I can go on Instagram Live and pray over businesses like we just did 2 weeks ago. I can go on and have fun and do dance moves to teach you about how to protect your business. I get to do it in the way that I want to while still living out my calling and my passion.
So, how many of y'all have had a crisis in your life? And the question is, did you let that crisis beat you, or did you decide to attack that crisis? And that was just me back in 2008. It was the financial crisis, everything was going down, financial, at the house, everywhere. And that's what birthed the organization in itself, was just to truly find who I was and how God saw me, basically. And since I'm in a place of believers here. And truly, that's where you have to go. You have to find your true self. And so through that journey of finding my true self, went from being self-employed, working with an employer as their outside business development manager, joining all the various chambers of commerce and trade associations, about 20. And every month I had at least a dozen luncheons I had with 10. Trying to get a leadership role with the unofficial organization, wasn't able to get a leadership role. And I said, what the heck? I'm going to bet on myself. So I want to challenge you to double down on yourself if you're going through some kind of crisis in your life. Because that's what I did, and that's what led me to start the organization. It was just in a pursuit just to save myself.
Hello, my name is Erica Taylor, and I am the creator of Lashalytics.
So we're a supplement company, BCN Supplements. We're at College and Immunity. We're here to bring health back to the supplement industry, brewing all healthy products. So y'all could look Look us up on social media.
Hi, my name is Karen Davis, and I'm the owner of Exquisite Elite Matchmaking.
Hi, my name is Ashley. This is Skin Milk Cosmetics. We have something for everyone.
Hey everybody, my name is Elizabeth Caro, and I carry jewelry and fine jewelry, and I want to say thank you so much for Expo Entrepreneur.
Hi, I'm Katrina Owens, and I'm with Cats Creative Designs. I am a florist, and my business is making bouquets.
Hi, so I'm Courtly Cook with a Step Above the Rest events. We're located in Houston, Texas.
It's Lakeisha Bailey, and I'm here representing Grand Canyon University. I'm the local online counselor representing over 225 of their online degrees.
Hi, my name is Yolanda Swan, and my business is Destination by SOIREE. I own a travel agency, so I'm here featuring Sandals Resorts.
Hi, I'm Tanisha Granville with Kai Label. It's a luxe boutique that is made to bring out the feminine essence of a woman.
Hi, I'm Ronnie with Taco Vibes. We do taco mobile catering here in Houston, Texas.
Hi, this is Fruits Lala, and what we do is everything that has to do with fruits.
Hey, my name is Nika Ojo, Discovered Homes here in Houston, Texas.
Hi, we're Girl Boss Sweets, and we have a co-working space for women.
My name is Yvonne Cobb, and I am the CEO and owner of Takeaway Tax Service. We are an innovative tax service here in Houston, Texas.
How you doing? My name is Billy Nelson, the CEO of Protect Your Crown and Dion Bags.
Hello everyone, my name is Sebastian J. Sanders. I'm the CEO and the founder of Sanders Sand Nonprofit Organization. We're a 501c3.
Hi, I'm Diamond, owner of Culture Couture LLC. We specialize in fedora hats, purses, fanny bags.
Hi, I am Felicia, CEO of Houston Boss Inc. We are the coolest business building resource. We're not a cliche, but we are actually building businesses in a phenomenal and powerful way.
Marina Banks, also known as the Legal Queen.
The Legal Queen. What does the Legal Queen do?
Yes, so I am a licensed attorney, and I help small businesses and entrepreneurs create LLCs, corporations, as well as put contracts, trademarks, and copyrights in place to protect your business.
So, what is your name?
Crystal de Leon Sarmiento.
What does Crystal do?
Crystal is an author, speaker, business, executive, and life coach.
Whoa. But that's great though. So what's the experience been like since you started, and how long have you started?
So interestingly enough, it's been one of the most rewarding things that I've ever decided and took action to do was to leave corporate America and come into my corporate calling, because that way I was able to mostly impact people in a more direct way than I was when I was somebody else's employee. And then writing my book has really helped me break that barrier of not being able to impact people by withholding back my story and coming out and really just being open about the difficulties that I was able to overcome.
Right. So
Karen Diamant.
Karen Diamant, she was one of the speakers earlier. Now we can't but help but to hear your fascinating story. Can you tell us a little bit more of about your journey? Just a quick snippet about your journey.
Absolutely. So I actually started my first business and failed miserably. I lost everything I had, ended up homeless with nothing to my name, lost all my life savings. And then the moment that I recommitted to starting my second business, I fully devoted my life to God. And I said, this business is yours. Everything that comes from it is yours. And I've just been doing this for 7 years now with lots of success. So that's my secret sauce.
So I saw
Simon Wills, owner of Culture Couture.
What does it feel like to own a company?
It feels great. 10-year retired nurse. It was time. I appreciate COVID making me afraid to go to work. So I'm loving it. My store opened next month on Richmond on November 26th. It's been a great year for me. I'm really super excited and blessed.
Super. You guys did awesome. Your experience as a couple speaks volume, and I'm glad that you guys are Nigerian. First off, no, because a lot of people that I've interviewed or spoken to about businesses, they can't even work together. How do you guys do it? First off, introduce yourselves.
Hi everyone, we are Polisayo and Didi of Oda Creative, and we own a creative design agency, and we essentially help our clients stand out. We deal with a really interesting clientele, and it's hard work, right? Like, our clients are super high profile. They're
you know, they want it when they want it. Exactly. And you know, yeah, I think it's great working together. He can speak better about that, but we personally love it. It's very organic for us, right? If anything, I feel like it helps our marriage because we're both in each other's brains. We're able to kind of like be on the same page in a lot of things. And over to you.
Yeah, no, I think, you know, working with your spouse, as long as you enjoy their company, it's the best thing in the world. Nobody knows you better than your spouse. So they're able to augment your strengths and help you with your weaknesses, you know? And when the going gets tough, you're in it together. You're each other's support system. You're able to not only just on a personal level, but also on a business level, support each other, grow with each other. And, you know, one of the things about it is that a lot of people, you know, they go to work, they go their separate ways, and then they only have the evenings to spend time with each other. We spend all the time together.
Let's go for that. Too many couples can stand each other, right?
It's interesting because when COVID hit, like everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, people are fighting and they're this," and then you're like, "We're like,
this is what we're doing all the time. This is our regular MO."
That's all
you know?
every day.
So, and that's it. You know, it's not for everybody. You know, but for the way we work, the kind of work that we do, our relationship, it really is amazing. I can't imagine it any other way.
So Mercy FAKOYA.
Mercy FAKOYA. That's FAKOYA, right?
Yeah.
In my Yoruba accent, I'll say FAKOYA.
Yes.
Right. So that's Mercy's here. Who is Mercy and what does Mercy do?
I am the Influential Evolution Leader. I am a family nurse practitioner, but I'm also the author of the 9-time best-selling author book, A Damsel's Diary.
Oh, fantastic. See, for those of us that love to read, how can we get access to your books?
You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Mercy FAKOYA, or you can also find my book on Amazon, which is A Damsel's Diary. And then you can also follow my website, www.damselsdiary.com.
Absolutely. It's so great to be here with Afrocentric TV, the entrepreneurial experience, and of course, you, Cola. Appreciate that. Forgive me because my voice, I'm losing it a little bit. Yet, Creek Global Media is a studio and a television network, so CGM TV, and we are distributing independent content to monetize the creative. So, advertising, subscription revenue, making sure you own your IP, and making sure that your content goes across the globe. It is my goal to make sure that we have a visibility in the industry, the entertainment industry, and that our content is seen by people who would want to see our unique stories. I want to see us win, and I want to see us win in major ways like we've seen a number of the other big companies out there win with our companies, with our content, with our stories. And so that's the goal there. And as a coach, it's all about growth and development. It's all about enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying the journey. It's been an amazing one. And making sure that you're linking up with good people, you know, and helping them with their goals as well. So a collaboration to get to wherever you want to go in life.
With Jenny, love with food. And she's talking to a foodie. Well, let's get it going. Hey, Jenny.
Hi, how are you today?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Jenny, I don't know where you get your energy from. But I don't know, is it the success of the event or is it the people around? Or something, gotta be something, because you are, let me not use the word crunk, but you.
I'm turned.
She's turned is the better word now, right?
Better word, right? I'm just kidding. Yeah. Oh, you know what? So my energy comes from the Most High. And, you know, Yetunde is such a great friend of mine, and I'm so proud of her. And to see this event come to life just gives me so much energy, and I know that she's putting so much work. And, yeah, I'm just here supporting a friend and being a good sport like I'm supposed to be.
Right?
That's correct. Houston Professionals Chamber of Commerce, FREDDY GOERGES.
FREDDY GOERGES. See, the name is a German, right? But then it says gorgeous.
It's all about branding. Is that right? Can I get an amen?
Amen to that, Freddie. So tell us about what you do.
Sure. So we run the Houston Young Professionals Chamber of Commerce. It's an organization for young professionals here in Houston. It's also a online events publication, so you can learn about networking events here in the Houston area. We also have a partnership where you can do a 9-week program and learn about different opportunities with boards and commissions with the City of Houston and get appointed for those as well.
Yetunde Usher. Hi, Yetunde. Mr. Kola. I like the way she pronounced my name. Mr. Afrocentric. Hey, Yende. How does it feel to have the 4th annual successful entrepreneur experience?
Yeah, I give God all the glory. I could not have done it if it wasn't for Him. I'm in awe. So I just thank God for just allowing this to go successfully, because it hasn't been easy planning this event. I want to say it took a lot of sleepless nights, but I'm so grateful to God.
And today we're here. We had a lot of speakers. We had a lot of people to encourage. A lot of questions were asked. People trying to try. People trying to have a breakthrough. People trying to have an understanding of where to go next. People live in fear. People live in all of this thing, anxiety and all that. And you've been able to bring speakers together that will answer questions, most of which are minorities, if not all. But what does it feel like to be an encourager, to be a motivator to people, to be able to bring so many people with such powerful people, I would say, in caliber to an event like this, to be able to encourage others and also promote other businesses? Because I see a whole lot of vendors upstairs and downstairs. How were you able to pull that out?
Oh my gosh, like I said, there's been a lot of sleepless nights, but I want to say that there were some amazing sponsors like Afrocentric and so many other media platforms and so many other businesses that were a part of sharing this event on social media. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody that believed in this vision. I could not have done this if it wasn't for your support as well, so I'm appreciative.
Fantastic. I like this. Your power. She's just, her energy is off the hook. But anyway, next year, what should we be expecting? I know it's once a year because you said it's an annual event. This is the 4th one. So the 5th one, the 5th is it feels like a milestone. So what should we expect next year?
So next year, each and every year it gets bigger and better. So next year, expect even bigger and better from the Entrepreneur Experience Expo. If you're interested in being a vendor, if you're interested in being a sponsor, a diamond sponsor, a supporter, a partner, we want to hear from you. We want to connect. This is what it's about. It's about businesses coming together, supporting one another and connecting and building each other up and growing. We're not going to stay where we were last year. This year, we're going to keep on getting better and bigger. Amen.
Hey, welcome back to my community on Afrocentric Television channel 15.8. I am super excited, with this episode especially because it talks about 2 things that I love the most. Marriage, and things you shouldn't do, and also business, how we can uplift one another. That is what this whole event and this weekend was about, and I love it. And that's why I chose to be excited about the whole thing. It's just something, a topic. When you talk about marriage, I love it when couples get together, when they're happy together. And that's what Mr. XPERIENCE was doing in his book that says 50 things you should not do on your big day, on your wedding day. So, because it more like a template on how you will live the rest of it. But of course, it's totally dependent on the 2 characters coming together as one. And then the business experience, the entrepreneur experience 2021. I'm already looking forward to 2022 because it was a great event. Please, I want to urge you, I want to encourage you to please subscribe. I said please. This is Kola asking you, our viewers, our friends, our partners, our supporters, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Afrocentric Television. And please follow us also on Instagram at Afrocentric TV and also on Facebook. Like us, Afrocentric Houston, Afrocentric Television. It's one of the same. Until next time, I remain your host, Kola Akinmuyiwa. See you later.